A very easy process, and I want to give y'all the steps to get it done. And I'm going to give y'all my formula. It's a very simple formula so that you can multiply and divide all that money that you need to grow your businesses. Oh, you guys can't hear me. All right, can you guys hear me? Okay. If you guys can drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear and see everything okay. Just drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear everything okay. Cool. All right, y'all. I think we're good to go. Okay. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear everything okay for me. Okay, cool. Y'all are good to go. We got 1s in the chat. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Power Hour. So glad to have y'all in the house today. Okay, so it looks like our sound is good to go. We are in the house. We ready to get this party started. So for all my people in the house, okay, cool. Y'all got me. We got 1s better. Awesome. I'm so glad to have y'all here. Thank y'all for letting me know that y'all can hear me okay. Now, today I'm here to talk to y'all about how to get hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars of other people's money to grow and scale your businesses. Even if you're a startup, this can actually work for you. But if you're somebody that's ready to expand and take it to the next level, you need to listen in for real, because it's going to be very hard to grow your business without any resources and any money. And so I want to help y'all eliminate that problem, take away all the confusion that you may have around getting business credit, and set you on the right track to actually getting it done. Because aren't y'all tired of wasting time? Aren't y'all tired of just looking around, trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work? Aren't you tired of the guessing games? Aren't you tired of the scams? Y'all, one of the things that we've been hearing a lot of lately is the amount of scams that is going on here. And I'm actually going to address some of the scams that you all are going to come across, and some of the information that you really just should not follow, especially if you want to grow your business the right way, if you want to grow your business with longevity, if you want to actually be in business for a long time. So if y'all want to be in business for a long time, I need y'all to put a 3 in the chat. That means you want to be in business of 3 years or more. You want to have some longevity in the business, right? You actually want to grow and scale your business. So for all my people that want to have some years in this thing, I want y'all to put 3 in the chat because this is a long-term game that I want to talk to y'all about, right? You don't start your business to start it and then go back to your 9 to 5. You don't start your businesses to even be stuck at your 9 to 5. You don't start your businesses to not be able to spend time with the people that you love, the people that you care about. You start your business to have freedom. But if you grow your business the wrong way and you listen to trash advice, then you're going to end up like a lot of people, which is a failure. So I want y'all to win, right? Y'all want to win. I want y'all to win. I'm a winner. You a winner. We all some winners in the house. And so we got 3s in the chat. Y'all want to be in this thing a long time. Look, Antonio says he's been doing this since 2010. So you don't have no games to be playing, right? You don't have no time to be wasting. So it's time to get the real information, the real facts, forget all the fluff so that you can really get it done the right way. And so before we get started, for all my people that's jumping in here live, I want y'all to go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel because we go live every single Tuesday. And I want to make sure that y'all get, notified whenever we go live because I always got some sauce to share. Okay. And this is this like free sauce, and people that have used my free sauce have gotten approved for business credit cards. People that have gotten my free sauce have been able to pay off debt. They've been able to negotiate with their creditors. They've been able to repair their credit. They've been able to do a lot of amazing things because they listen to some free sauce and they actually take it, implement it, and start applying it to getting results. So if y'all want some sauce, some free sauce, then just like and subscribe. All my Instagrammers, all my Facebookers, go ahead and like the page because you want to stay in tune with the winners so that we can get y'all the information and the credit that you need. I like to have fun, so I hope y'all like to have fun. I'm here to win. So I got 3s in the chat. Good. Y'all in this for the long term. And so let's talk about it, right? If you're trying to get your business credit like to hundreds of thousands of dollars, you've got to take some very specific steps. It's not something that you get by hoping, wishing, and praying. And for all my people that's on my email list, I sent an email about that a lot of people are hoping and wishing and praying their way into getting approved for business credit. They're hoping and wishing and praying that they have success instead of just getting a strategy together, instead of actually implementing some steps. And so we got to step away from the hoping, wishing, and praying and actually strategize, implement, and succeed. That's how you do it, and you do it consistently. And so let me know in the chat real quick, why do you need funding? Let me know in the chat real quick why you need funding. Now, why you need funding is going to help me understand what your next best step is going to be, because there's a lot of reasons to get funding, but some of the most popular reasons may actually help you get a lot more funding a little sooner. And so why do you need funding? Why do you need business credit? Throw it in the chat for me. And I'm going to give y'all some little tips today on how y'all can make that happen for your businesses. Okay. Let me know what kind of business that you have and why you need funding. I got people that say they want growth, event sitter, equipment, growing business, cash flow. Everybody need cash flow. We're going to talk about that, Darlene. Inventory, purchase a delivery truck. Come through. Still learning. Yes, this is a long-term game, y'all. This isn't a short-term game. This is something that you're going to have to learn the plays and then run them over and over and over again in order to perfect them. But I'm going to give y'all the 4 plays that you need to run so that you can actually get approved. Like, who likes to get denied? Nobody. So, furniture and mattress store. Expanding my trucking business, need 2 more trucks. Want to hire more staff to grow a catering company. More photography equipment. Regina says, I need an assistant. I heard that. Getting an assistant was like delivered me. Okay. To replace lost income while getting the new business off the ground. Ooh, Jerome, that's going to be a little tricky. And I'm going to tell you why. Storefront, inventory, equipment, marketing, ads. Y'all got a lot of good reasons to get a trademark, grow inventory, bigger space, own a boutique. Okay, so these are really good reasons actually to help yourself with growing your business. But did y'all know that the number one fundable reason out here is for business expansion? Like, you want to grow and scale your business. Did you know that the least amount of funds go to startup costs for businesses? Yikes, right? When businesses need it the most, it's hard to get your hands on it, right? Do you know why it's so hard to get your hands on it? Because people are not meeting some very specific criteria that we need to talk about today. And so the growth, the inventory, you can get all of that. The equipment that you need, you can get all of that. But the number one fundable reason that banks fund small business owners or enterprises is expansion and growth. And the least amount of funds go to startup costs. Ooh. So for all my startup businesses, you wonder to yourself, well, how am I supposed to get the money for my business if I'm just getting started? If I'm less likely to get my hands on it just because I'm a startup? Well, we got to talk about that, because you have to know what you need to do to get your business off the ground. And the first couple of years is the hardest. The first 5 years, I would say, honestly, you're building momentum with your business. About the first 2 to 5 years, you're building momentum with your business. And most small business owners fail before 5 years. They don't even make it to year 5 because it really is that hard. Growing a business is not easy. It requires a lot of resources, especially money. And if you don't have that, then it's going to be a really slow and hard road. But if you want to speed up the process and you want to make it a little easier for yourself, then you're going to have to get your hands on business credit, whether if you're expanding your business and you've been in the game for years, or you're just a startup and just need some startup capital. So we need to get that money so that we can get it off the ground, right? We want to get marketing. We want to get ads. We need to buy more equipment. We need to scale the business up. We need to buy the time of other people so that we can pay ourselves a salary, have more freedom, actually run the business, right? Work on the business instead of working in the business, so that you can actually grow your profit. So, what does it really take to get yourself some funding? Hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. Here's what you got to know. You got to know the 3 C's. I must actually say the 4 C's, because we're going to double up on that first C. The 3 C's are this. You've got credit, you've got cash flow, and then you have collateral. Credit, cash flow, collateral. Now we're going to double up on that first C, that credit. Okay, we're going to double up on that first C. And here's why. Because as a business owner, you're stepping into new territory, not just new territory as a business, but new territory in the financial arena too. Because when you start a business, you're essentially literally starting a new entity that can stand on its own 2 feet. But the only way it's going to be able to stand on its own 2 feet is if it has money. It's like an adult, right? How far can we get if we don't have no money? Right? If we don't have no money to get the groceries, buy the cars, pay the rent, get the everything for the house, it's like, how far can you really go if you don't have any money as an adult? Well, the same thing applies to your business. Because if your business doesn't have money to hire the help and put it into marketing and get into sales, and come on, how far is your business really going to go? And so if you want to graduate your business to that next level, then you're going to need some business credit. Now, you're going to need both personal and business credit. That's why we doubling down on the credit, because as a startup, especially, y'all gonna need some good personal credit. As a startup, this is the reason, honestly, why the least amount of funds go to startup costs, because most people that start businesses are not financially ready to even do so. They usually do it a lot of people actually do it out of desperation. They do it out of I don't want to work for somebody, or I want to have more freedom. And there's a lot of reasons why people don't want to work a traditional job anymore. I get it, especially after CV-19 happened. You have a different perspective on life. But the reality is, if you want to grow a business, especially as a startup, you need to get yourself some good personal credit. If you got bad personal credit, it's going to be hard for you to get startup costs and startup money. Your best option is to get grants. Your best option is to even explore some non-traditional financing that's out here. And those options are available, but if you're trying to get low rates, the best terms, SBA loans, you're going to need some decent personal credit, like 660 and above type of credit. It doesn't have to be excellent, but it has to be pretty good. And then you need to prove other things outside of your credit to even get loans. A show of hands, how many people want loans for their businesses? Just show of hands, just throw a money bag in the chat for me. If you want a loan for your business, I want y'all to put a money bag in the chat for me. I need payroll. Okay, Caretha, exactly. Payroll is one of the most expensive costs for a business. It's paying for that help, right? Paying for the time of other people. Payroll is very expensive. But if you don't have money or credit or a line of credit to tap into to pay other people, it's going to be kind of hard. So I got a couple people that want some loans. Okay. So when you're looking at loans, you're definitely going to need good personal credit, especially SBA loans, because there's startup capital out here, but it's hard to get your hands on it when you have bad personal credit. And so for my people in here that's like, well, Jerry, I have bad personal credit. I want to take it to the next level. Like, what can I do in lieu, right, of having bad or good personal credit? Well, if you don't have good personal credit, then you are going to have to start establishing business credit. Now, establishing business credit from scratch, it is very similar to building personal credit. So if you're trying to build business credit, it's a very similar process. You got to get vendors, you got to get retail accounts, you got to get some revolving accounts. You just got to pay everything on time. And you just got to have some longevity and credit history associated. So, building business credit is actually easier than building personal credit. But what gets a little challenging with building business credit is that not every account that you apply for reports to your business credit. So if you have a vendor right now that you've been doing business with, and you've been doing business with this vendor for years, but they don't report to your personal credit, your business credit, then you're not building any business credit, right? You're not building any history. You could use them as like a trade reference in the event that you're trying to get a loan and they ask you for references. But when it comes to actually getting your hands on like a lot of money, you need to establish some business credit and personal credit. Now, there's a reason for this, y'all. When you're building business credit, okay, you have a couple different scores. You have Experian, you have Equifax, you have Dun & Bradstreet, which gives you a Paydex score, and then you have the SBSS score. Okay, it's a small business scoring service. It's your FICO, basically. It's your FICO business credit score. And the way it works is if you're going to big banks and you're going to banks to get loans for your business, they're going to check out your business's FICO SBSS score. Now, your FICO SBSS score, it ranges from 0 to 300. 0 being terrible, of course, and 300 being awesome. Now, really, you need to have about a 160, 180 FICO SBSS score. And although they don't really tell you how they calculate the score specifically, what we do know is that they take into consideration your personal FICO, and they take into consideration your Experian, your Paydex, your Equifax scores. So they take into consideration your personal credit and your business credit to formulate this SBSS score, which is a FICO business credit score. And it's becoming a lot more popular, by the way. So you do yourself a huge disadvantage when you don't build business credit and when you don't focus on building your personal credit. So you've got to build all of it, y'all. You need to have good personal credit, at least a 680, 700 and above. You need to have business credit scores 80 and above with Paydex and with an Experian. You need to have some Equifax scores, but that takes a little longer to grow for most people because usually banks and lenders like loans report to your Equifax. And then you have your Dun & Bradstreet. Well, no, your FICO. So you've got your Experian, you've got your Paydex, you've got your Equifax, and then you've got your personal FICO scores. That is what all contributes to your FICO SBSS score. So you got to build both your personal credit and your business credit. If you need help with that, hit us up. We'll be more than happy to help. We offer personal credit services and we offer business credit services. We've been helping people for the last almost decade now. So we know how to get it done. We know what to do. Just hit us up at Flat Credit. We can help you out with getting it done, okay? I had my identity stolen, so I need to rebuild personal and established business credit. I'm sorry to hear that, Ron. Identity theft sucks, like really bad. And depending on the damage, can be very difficult to recover from. So if you need some help with that, let us know. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Now, after you build your personal credit and your business credit, or let's say for instance, you don't have a good personal credit and you don't have any business credit established. The second thing that you can do is the third thing you could do is you can build cash flow. You can get approved for financing and funding just based on cash flow. Now, you won't really be able to get approved for too many credit cards just based on cash flow. Credit cards are generally based on your credit scores. But if you got some good cash flow, then you can get approved for loans or advances, term loans, like short-term financing with just your cash flow. So if you've got, a business that's racking in a couple $100,000 a year, or maybe let's say you're doing $20,000, $30,000 a month. Well, you could get approved for a $50,000, $60,000, term loan or like some short-term financing so that you can immediately start investing into your business. And that's just based on cash flow. So in those type of instances, they don't even really take into consideration your credit. They don't even really take into consideration your personal credit or your business credit. The only time that they're taking into consideration your personal credit and business credit are when you're looking at bank loans. So when you're looking at bank loans from, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, like the big banks, they're taking a look at that. But if you're going for like alternative financing, online lenders, peer-to-peer, their requirements are just a little bit different. And, sometimes they kind of play by their own rules. But it could be a very good option for somebody that doesn't have good personal credit and has not established business credit yet. So, if you haven't already established that, but you got some cash flow, excellent. You can use your cash flow to help you grow your business faster. And maybe that can also help you with growing your business credit and personal credit down the line as well. So if you're like, well, Jerry, I don't have time to build my personal credit or my business credit. I don't know how you don't have time, but we do have people that tell us that. So if you don't have time, then you're going to need to have some money, some shmoney. You need to have some cash flow. Cash flow is king when it comes to business, by the way. So if you're not making sales like on a daily basis, a weekly basis, you have a cash flow problem. So your cash flow, it needs to be consistent. If you're, trying to get cash flow financing, they're going to take a look at about 3 to 4 months of your business bank statements, and they're going to base their approval based on that. Now, I got to talk to y'all about something. I had an interesting conversation with someone that was telling me that they plan on basically defrauding the banks by depositing their personal paychecks into their business bank account and basically making it seem as though their business is cash flowing something. Y'all, that's not gonna work. I don't think y'all realize how savvy bankers and lenders are now. I've had people that have tried to use Fiverr to create fake bank statements. That stuff don't ride no more, y'all. Like, do you know that they have software that connects to your bank accounts now that verifies all of your transactions in your bank account? Like, they have software that connects to your bank account. And if your bank account doesn't attach to that kind of software, they're going to manually do it. They're going to have a person manually go into your business bank account and verify the transactions in there. And so there is no doctoring up bank statements or going to Fiverr to get fake bank statements. That's done. You're not never going to get away with that anymore. That's old school. Technology is making it so that stuff is never going to fly anymore. And so if you're trying to determine, well, how can I increase my cash flow, or how can I invest into my business legitimately, then what you could do is you could take your personal paycheck, right? The paycheck that you get from your job, make sure that it still gets deposited into your personal checking account, right? But what you'll do is you'll write a check, or maybe you'll Zelle your business from your personal account, and then you'll just write a memo on it as an owner's investment. That's a more legitimate way to, invest into your business or create some type of cash flow. But cash flow only generally comes from sales. That's what it comes from. So if you're not generating sales, if you don't have any invoices or receipts, then you don't have any verifiable deposits. But in the event that you want to invest into your business, then the smartest way to do it is to write a check from yourself to your business, and then write a memo on it that just says it's an owner's investment. And that way, if you ever got audited by the IRS, that it'll make it a lot easier for you to pass. I've actually been audited by the IRS before, and it was easy breezy. It took like 6 months, but it was easy breezy, actually. They ask you for all your documentation, all of your paperwork, all of your bank statements, and then they just go line by line. So God bless them, because I wouldn't be able to do that, but that's what they get paid to do. But we pass with flying colors, because I don't commingle our finances. So the worst thing that you can ever do is commingle your finances in business. So never commingle your finances. Never have your personal paycheck being sent to your business bank account. Never do that. I actually don't even know how that's possible, to be honest with you. But somehow some people are able to do that. But just don't do that. Don't do that. Just put it into your personal checking account, and then just transfer it to your business as an owner's investment to keep your books clean and to make sure that you're not commingling your finances. And then lastly, for my people that's like, well, Jerry, I don't have any cash flow. I'm not making any money. My credit is really poor. I haven't built any business credit. Well, the only option that y'all have, my friends, is to get yourself some assets, some collateral, real estate, outstanding invoices, equipment. These are things that you can borrow against because they have some value. Now, if you don't have anything that does not have any value, you don't have any collateral, you don't have any real estate, you don't have any, invoices, you don't have anything that has any value, equipment, nothing that you can borrow against, land, you can borrow against land. But if you don't have any of that kind of stuff, y'all, like for real, your best option is to focus on your credit, because it's a little harder, to generate that cash flow momentum when, you're doing everything by yourself. When you only have so many hours in a day to get things done. When you're stressed out about answering all the phone calls, sending all the emails, posting all the social media marketing, running all the sales, closing all the deals, answering all the complaints. Like, you can't get it all done by yourself. And the best thing that you can do is create a situation where you can leverage other people's money and time to make it happen for your business. And the sooner you can do that, the sooner your business is going to grow. The sooner your business is going to get off the ground and in the sky. So if you want to get from making $0 a month or, couple $100, a couple $1,000 here and there, then you have to create momentum in your business. So the only way you're going to be able to create momentum in your business is to, one, have a business plan. If y'all don't have a business plan, I'm going to whoop you. TT Jerry is going to whoop you because you need a business plan. I don't even understand how people start a business or run a business without a business plan. Like, your plan is everything. Or how people go quarterly without planning out their quarters or their years for their business. I don't know how y'all do that. I really don't know. It shows that you're steering the car blindly. You don't know where you're going. You don't even have a GPS. Could you imagine trying to get from wherever you are right now across the country without a GPS or a map? That just sounds challenging unless you have a really, really good sense of direction. But for most of us that have never started a business before, or never grown a business before, you don't know what you're doing. So the least that you could do is have a business plan, because not only is that good for you, but it's also good for lenders, because lenders, especially if you go in there asking for millions of dollars. I've had people come to me telling me they want $9 million. And I'm like, okay, cool. How much money you making? 0. Okay. How's your personal credit? Terrible. Okay. Got any real estate? Nothing. All right. There's nothing we can do with that, my friends. We can't do nothing with that. So if you want to position yourself literally to get hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's not hard. Let's say, for instance, your first goal is, I want to get $100,000 in business credit or funding. Well, an easy way to do that is to get 2 credit cards that have a $50,000 limit. Now, business credit cards do come at $50,000 limits if you have good personal credit. Okay, you need to have good personal credit. I have multiple business credit cards that have $30,000 in or above credit limits. Okay, you can do that easily if you have good personal credit. This is how you can leverage your good personal credit to get immediate funding for your business. So if you're somebody that has excellent personal credit, but you're not really sure how to get your foot in the door building business credit, hit us up, please, and thank you. We will get y'all all the business credit that you need if you got some good personal credit and you're just kind of getting the thing started. Or maybe you already have your business started, but you've been financing everything out of your pocket. We're going to stop that today, my friends. It's okay. We're going to stop that today, because if you have good personal credit, we can get you funded right away. Okay. That's the main thing you should know. If you got good personal credit, we can get you funded right away. Just hit us up. We got you. If you got cash flow, right, but you're not really, your personal credit ain't that good, well, we can get you approved for some short-term financing just based on your cash flow. All we need is your bank statements to determine what you can get approved for. Now, like I always tell people, you need to have a plan for your financing. You need to have a plan for your business credit if you want to make this happen. But if y'all got some good cash flow, but your personal credit and your business credit not quite there yet, hit us up. We can get y'all approved. And for my people that got some collateral, if you got some collateral, we can borrow against that. We can help you get approved, especially if your collateral, right? If your assets are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can borrow against that. People do it every day. Home equity lines of credit, right? That's an equity. They're borrowing against their equity. Home equity loans. Equity. You can tap into your equity. So if you got equity, you can use that to finance your business. There's so many ways to go about it, but those are the 4 main ways. Make sure you got good personal credit, business credit. We tap that 2 times, right? Because you're going to need both in order to build that FICO SBSS score. Put that in the chat, y'all. Your FICO SBSS score. And I'm going to test this, make sure y'all was paying attention today. I got a little pop quiz for you to see if y'all was paying attention today. But you're going to need both personal credit, business credit. 680, 700 above. You need that, okay? Your business credit, you need to have at least, an 80 plus business credit score, Paydex, Experian. You have a couple of business credit scores, a few business credit scores at Equifax. You need that. You need your good personal credit, business credit. Then you're going to need some cash flow. Make sure that you're generating enough revenue. You can borrow just based on that. You got to do all of these things, okay? So make sure that you don't skip these steps. Make sure that you don't ignore those 4 things. The credit 2 times, the cash flow and the collateral. Don't ignore those things, because that's the basis. That's the foundation that you need to know. Because if you don't meet the credit requirements, then do you meet the cash flow and collateral requirements? If you don't meet the cash flow requirements, do you meet the credit requirements? It's all about mixing and matching, because there's so many different types of options out here. You got loans, advances, personal business credit cards, business lines of credit. You have so many different options that if you don't really know how to qualify for those options, it's going to be a little hard to navigate through all of that effectively. That's right. What's an example of one of those companies? One of what companies? Be a little more specific for me. Grainger is my go-to. Grainger is excellent. I love Quill. Quill is like one of my favorite vendors that I work with, and I've worked with for years, because Quill is consistent. It has a large variety of products that I can use for my business. It has crazy fast shipping, and they have amazing customer service. So I don't have anything to complain about with Quill, because they're excellent and they help me build my business credit and allow me to get the stuff that I need to grow my business, and they invoice me later. So, at the end of the day, y'all, it's really all about being educated on all the options that's available to you as a business owner. Because if you don't know what's available to you, how can you ever take advantage of it? You're just not. And so, focus on those things. Focus on the credit, focus on the cash flow, focus on the collateral. That's all you need to do. And if you acquire assets, if you generate revenue, if you get some business credit cards and lines of credit, that's all you're going to need to build the business. So it's not really hard. It's just a matter of focusing on the things that actually help you grow and scale the business. Because your job as the CEO is to grow the business. Your job is not to answer phone calls. Your job is not to take the sales. Your job is not to market on social media. Like right now it's your job, right? Like you're in the beginning stage. So yeah, right now it's your job, but it's not really your job. Your job is to grow the business, and you do what needs to be done to grow the business. So what is it going to take to grow your business? What do you need to grow your business? What are you willing to do to grow your business? What are you willing to sacrifice to grow your business? So you have to ask yourself these things, because it is your job to grow your business. So if your business hasn't been growing for the last couple of months or couple of years, ask yourself, well, what is it going to take for you to get out of the slump and actually grow your business? What is it going to require you to do to be able to get from making this couple $100s a month to these couple thousands of dollars a month? Like, what are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? What do you want to have? What do you want to experience? And I know it's not the stress that you're dealing with right now. The stress of not being able to pay yourself a salary, the stress of not being able to have enough equipment, the stress of not being able to have enough inventory, the stress of not being able to hire the help, like the stress of not being able to grow your business, it could disappear if you got the resources that you need to make it happen. But what is it going to require for you to do? It's going to require for you to focus. That's what it's going to require you to do. It's going to require you to put away the distractions, stop allowing the distractions to distract you, and actually focus on the things that grow your business. That is what it's going to require. It's going to require you to focus on the actions that grow your business, because what you focus on grows. And this philosophy is true in almost every circumstance, actually, no matter what you focus on. If you focus on abundance, you get more abundance. If you focus on lack, you get more lack. If you focus on your problems, you create more of those problems. But if you focus on what do I need to do to deliver myself from my problems, then you're going to deliver yourself from your problems. That's just the bottom line, because what you think about all day is what you do, right? So if you're constantly thinking about all the problems that you have, then more than likely the things that you're doing is creating more of that same problem. So get out of stuck mode, my friends. Like if your business isn't growing, you feel stuck, you can't get the business off the ground, ask yourself, why is that? And what can I do today to actually grow my business? And then actually do it. Okay, actually do it. Because I mean, we get a lot of people that come to us and say they want hundreds of thousands of dollars, they want to make, X amount of dollars, but they don't take the action, right? Like they don't put enough behind it to get it done. We have people that buy the courses and they don't ever take them. They never open them. They never finish them. They never put it into action. And then they wonder why they don't get results. So if you want results, you gotta do something about it. If you want to have progress, you gotta take the steps. Nobody has ever progressed standing in one spot, doing the same thing, day after day, week after week, month after month. Nobody has ever progressed that way. Nobody has ever progressed hoping, wishing, and praying their way to success. That's not the way that works. It's going to require you to get focused on the important actions that you're going to have to take every single day to get you closer to your goals, to get you closer to that 700 credit score, to get you closer to that $100,000 in business credit, to get you closer to that 6-7 figure business, to get you closer to those vacations that you want to start taking, the freedom that you want to start experiencing. It's going to get you closer, but you got to start moving your feet. You got to move your feet. You got to buy the courses. You got to finish the courses. You got to execute the courses. You got to do something, right? And then you got to get focused. You got to stay consistent, because what you focus on grows. What you focus on grows. Hey, Rachel, welcome. When you've been in business for a while but no business credit, what company should you choose to use? Depends. It depends. One of my favorite companies is Quill. That's one of my favorite companies. But there are some steps you got to take before you start getting approved for business credit too. So don't skip into just getting business credit until you meet some credibility and compliance standards. Because if you haven't met some very specific standards, you're going to get rejected. So I think it's important that, you follow the steps in the exact order in the right way. But one of my favorite companies is Quill. Quill is awesome. Because they have great customer service, fast shipping, and a variety of products. QUILL.com. Throw that in the chat, somebody, for me, please. But that's a great starter vendor for somebody that's just getting started. But, if you need like more steps, more like strategic information, we got all that stuff in our courses and in programs. We work with a variety of different kind of business owners, from trucking to online e-commerce stores and real estate and beauty and oh man, we got so many people that are in our community. It's crazy, but it's a awesome community, and they're all getting approved. The people that take the steps, they show up and they get it done, right? But if y'all want to get it done, you can get it done. If you want to get it done, you can get it done. And the steps are very easy. The steps are very simple. And so here's what we talked about today, my friends. Yes, thank you, Pam. That FICO SBSS score. So here's a pop quiz for you, okay? I mentioned it earlier, and I think I only mentioned it like twice on purpose. Pop quiz. What's the SBSS business credit scoring range? What is the SBSS credit scoring range? Thank you guys for putting that in the chat for me. I appreciate it. If you have money coming in, does it matter what goes out for bills? No, it doesn't. It could, though, if you're trying to get like high, like business lines of credit or loans, because they take a look at your profit. But for some short-term financing, not so much. Long-term financing, yeah. So throw it in the chat. What's the range? 0 to what? I'm going to give y'all a hint. It's a 0. It starts at 0, and then it goes up to... Oh, snap. Okay. Somebody was paying attention. Oh, yeah. A couple people's paying attention. Good stuff, y'all. Yes, it is 0 to 300. That is your FICO SBSS range, okay? Now, if you ever want to check your FICO SBSS score, I should mention, is that the only place that you can get it right now is nav.com. Throw that in the chat for me, y'all. nav.com. If you ever want to check your FICO SBSS score. The only place that you can get it right now is nav.com. That's NAV.com. And NAV is excellent if you want to monitor your business credit scores. So if you're like, I don't know how to get my business credit scores, you can get it from nav.com. They'll show you your Paydex score. They'll show you your Experian and IntelliScore. They'll show you your Equifax delinquency score. They'll show you your FICO SBSS score. Now, it's a different level of membership, but it's worth it if you're trying to get loans for the businesses. So put nav.com. Yes, I love Nav because Nav can actually help you monitor your business credit reports and scores. And if you're not monitoring your business credit and scores, then you actually don't know what's on your business credit. So it's important to monitor your business credit like you monitor your personal credit, truthfully. I monitor my business credit frequently. I check it all the time. I check my personal credit all the time too. I'm a maniac when it comes to credit because it's so important. Yeah, it is. It's really that low. Yes, it is. It's 0 to 300, y'all. That is your FICO SBSS scoring range. So good job for you guys that got that right. Y'all was paying attention. All right, y'all. So we're going to wrap this up today. And before we wrap it up, I am going to give y'all an invite to join us for our very last business credit sprint that we're going to be having. That's starting on October 30th. It's our last one that we're ever going to run. We had a really good run for this last year running our sprints. It was a lot of good fun, a great time. We helped so many people. But it's time for bigger things for our students and for our members. And so we're going to be retiring that program this month. And so if you want to join the program, I'm going to give y'all some insight on how y'all can get started today. And then we're going to wrap up today. So a little bit about what you've learned today in case that you missed anything or maybe you jumped in late. I'm going to give y'all a quick recap. So today we talked about how having good personal credit and business credit is going to help you with getting loans for your business and just higher lines of business credit for the business. We talked about how generating cash flow is important also with acquiring funding for your business as well. So if you don't have any funding, you don't have good personal credit, but your business is generating cash flow, we can help you with getting funding based on that. And then also if you have collateral like real estate, equipment, inventory, outstanding invoices, you can also get approved for business credit based on that as well. And so we talked about just that very foundational information that you need to know. That's just the stuff that you got to keep in the back of your mind. Because if you're meeting just these certain qualifications, then it can help you with just getting approved for what you need at that time for the business. So don't take it lightly, y'all. Credit, cash flow, collateral. Put it in the chat. Credit, cash flow, collateral. Now, for all my people in the house today that want to get in on my 7-day business credit sprint, it is going to be starting on October 30th, but I'm also only going to be taking 50 spots for it. Okay. I am retiring this program, and truth be told, it really does take a lot out of me to really put that program together and conduct it for that entire week. It's 7 days of live trainings with me. I give you my all. I give you top strategies. I get you on the right track to getting results within the first week so that you'll know what to do, how to do it. We talk about how to get bank loans. We talk about how to get bankers to compete with each other to lend to you. So you ain't got to be out here in these streets begging banks to give you money. Nah, it's a completely different positioning. Instead, they're going to be begging you to take their money at the best rates and terms that money can buy. So it's very different, and it's really positioning you to get hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, I have secured over $1 million just in credit, so I know what it takes. I know what it requires. I've gotten so much money of other people's funds for my business over and over and over and over again. So I know that if I can do it, you can do it, because it's really about meeting some very simple criteria. It's about positioning yourself so that when they look at your financial resume, all they can say is yes. Right? It's like when the man gets down on one knee and he proposes, he expects her to say yes, because he's already put in the legwork, beforehand to make her want to be with him forever. So it's the same concept. If you want the bank to marry you and your business, then you've got to put the legwork in beforehand. You've got to position yourself to get the yes. You've got to do the work, you've got to do the work so that they have a reason to say, I want to do business with you. Because that's essentially what you're doing. You're asking them, do you want to do business with me? Do you want to go in on this with me? And you want them to say yes. So if you want to know what to say, how to say it to bankers, how to get the approvals, how to get the best rates, how to negotiate with the bankers, what to say and how to say it, I'm gonna show y'all the game, and I'm gonna show it to you during our 7-day business credit sprint. And so I advise for all my people that want to join the sprint, join today. Okay, join today, because if you're one of the quick starters to get started, actually, you're going to get a copy of my $1 Million Bankers script. And it's literally the same script that I use to get meetings with bankers. So if you're trying to get meetings with finance people or bankers or lenders or anybody that can help you with getting some money, then you need my banker script. Because why people don't have relationship with bankers, I really don't know. But that's one of the most important relationships that you can ever have in your business is a banker, because a banker has access to money. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you want a great relationship with a banker or two? You definitely need banking relationships, y'all. Seriously, like you need a banker that you can call up and say, hey, banker, I need X amount of money. Help me out. And then you need another banker that you can call up and say, hey, banker, I need X amount of money. Help me out. And then see what they can give you. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many ways to create the opportunities for yourself and take advantage of them. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get it done the right way the first time. So all you got to do is visit us at flycredit.com. That's flycredit.com. And when you go to flycredit.com, you're going to see a little memo at the top that says the 7-day business credit sprint is open. Now all you got to do is click learn more, and then once you get to the page, just enroll. The cost is $199. It's going to be 7 days of live trainings with me, and I'm going to give y'all what I got so that you can learn how to get business credit the right way. Stop wasting time, stop wasting money, stop trying to figure it out all on your own. That's not what winners do. Winners, they go and they find the people that know what they need to know, that have access to the resources that they don't have access to, that have the knowledge that they need but do not have, the people that have the results that they want to actually have and experience, right? So, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road to freedom. Follow the yellow brick road to approvals. And my brick road is the 7-day business credit sprint. That's a 7-day business credit sprint, is a yellow brick road. So get on the yellow brick road to getting approved for your first $100,000 or more in business credit. I've given y'all so much foundational information that you need, but I want to help you build on that in our 7-day business credit sprint. So visit us at flycredit.com. Get your spot, because I'm only taking 50. It always sells out. And this is our very last one. So I'm not running it again ever. So, if you miss out on this one, you just gonna have to miss out. So if you're one of those people that say, well, maybe next time, I'm letting you know right now, there is not going to be any next time. Okay. So if you want your spot and you want to be one of the winners that get in on the 7-day business credit sprint, then hit us up at flycredit.com. Click the button at the top of the page, enroll today, grab your spot before everybody else does, because I am sending out promotional emails today after we end today, and that email is going to go out to about 70,000 small business owners. And I am letting you know now that they are going to take me up on it, because they know this is the very last one that I'm going to do. So if you want to be one of the winners in the class, then join today. I'm going to have so much great information for you. I cannot wait. And I just look forward to seeing your success. Honestly, I just want to help you win. I want to help you succeed. But I know that if you don't get the information, if you don't get the steps, you're just going to keep staying stuck in the same place. And ain't nobody got time for that. So hit us up, flycredit.com. Join us today. I look forward to seeing you in a training. But thank y'all so much for joining me for our Power Hour today. I am so grateful, so appreciative that you decided to spend some time with me today. Y'all know we're going to be here next week, same time, same place. And actually next week, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to ask your questions. So if you're not already on my email list, I highly suggest that you get on my email list. I'm going to be sending out an email to y'all if y'all want to be featured on our power hour with any of your common questions or questions that you have. Then you'll be able to submit that so that we'll be able to feature you on the show. So if you want to be featured on the show, then go ahead and make sure you get on my email list if you're not already on my email list. And that way you'll be able to get notified so that you can be featured on the show. But thank y'all. So I'm starting to work first shift. So there are different ways to actually do the program, or do you have any other options? So the program, the 7-day business credit sprint, the live trainings, they're going to be in the evening, and they are going to be recorded. So if you can't catch them live, it's all good. But if you're somebody that's like, well, Jerry, I kind of want to work with you more on a one-on-one basis, then I suggest that you schedule a consultation, because I am going to be opening up my program to work with me on a one-on-one basis very soon. And I'm going to give you the sauce. Oh my God, I cannot wait. But I'm here for it. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you win. I'm here to help you succeed. But I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to make the decision. I'm waiting on you to take the step. I'm waiting on you to get started. Like, stop waiting. Like, join the team of winners. Let's get down to business. So anyway, y'all, I love y'all so much. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me tonight. Visit us at flycredit.com so that you can join us for our 7-day business credit sprint. And if you want to work with me more on a one-on-one basis, then just hit us up, schedule a consultation, or you can even email us at contact@flycredit.com. That's contact@flycredit.com. So thank y'all so much for joining me for my power hour tonight. I'll see y'all next time, next week, same time, same place. And I hope you have a good night tonight. So I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Have a good one.